host, Beatriz Caraballo. I'm going to give you an overview of today's episode so that you're not feeling too lost of what is going on. Oh my God, where is she today? Well, I'm in Trenton, New Jersey today. Today we're going to do this in celebration and honor of my parents and the parents of those that are here with me. Because today is a tribute to Puerto Rico, mi isla, mi bella isla, Puerto Rico. Every year, each town celebrates patron saint festivals in honor of the area's patron saint. The festivities include religious processions, parades, African elements, games, food, music, and dance. The costumbre is that at the end of the party, guests will walk backwards into the ocean to take all that negativity off of them. In 2015, the island's population was estimated at 3.47 million. Today, we have someone that I thought was perfect for this episode because he invited me once before, him and his wife Evie invited me once before to come here and see a comedy night. And the comedy night became more than a comedy night. It took my heart, it took my soul. It was fascinating, it was phenomenal. The music, the people, the environment. He captivates everybody with what he's doing here. And it might be a small area, but when you come in, he makes it so big because he feels it with all his heart and all his passion for what he's doing here at Galeria, Casa, Cultura in Trenton, New Jersey. So welcome, Samuel.
Gracias, thank you.
This is going to be great. I'm so excited to have you. Ever since we met, it's been like this positive thing on Facebook. We connected with Evie, even sitting next to him. Of course, later on, we're going to swing over and we're going to talk to her too. We're going to capture her on Periscope, so don't hide too much. Samuel, tell us, what are you doing here? What is Casa Cultura?
Well, Casa Cultura is a project that's starting to turn officially into an organization. It started about 3 or 4 years ago as it was just a way to discover our Latino culture throughout the city of Trenton, and be able to celebrate. Mostly at that time we were working with music, trying to highlight the music of the musicians, but when we were able to find the actual space and location, we decided that we wanted to expand that, and then we created a art gallery. Well, we like to call it a cultural center and art gallery, because we tried to give spaces for both. We want to be able to explore our culture, learn about our culture or other cultures, and at the same time, we also want to give artists, visual artists, performing artists, a space where they can grow and show their works. You know, I think they're limited on the venues that they can do that. So
we have limited space. We have limited casitas where we can actually perform and we can actually share our culture with you. And so this is a great space that he has created at 222 South Broad Street. So anybody that's in Trenton, anybody that's just passing by, stop by, come to the second floor, and you're really gonna enjoy it. The artwork that he has on the walls, the music studio, the studio in itself just captivates you. The musicians that come here and play are phenomenal. You're gonna hear them because we have a group. We have something really special for you today. I'm telling you, we're bringing Puerto Rico here to you so that you can get captivated, just like I got captivated that night with Raúl Gomez, which was the comedian that night, and you were having music tradicional.
it was actually the 1 anniversary of Jam Photography, their anniversary.
Yes.
And Raúl Gomez was the host, the comedian host, and then Gabriel Munoz, and that's my son who just ran across the room. I don't know if you guys. He's as much part of this gallery than...
That's right. He sure is.
And he's going to inherit it too, so...
That's all right. And I met him the first night I came here, so that's okay. At our first episode, I had my cat walk into us, so that's okay. Samuel, so tell us, about the art that you bring in, the artists that you bring, the musicians that you bring. Where are they from? Are they from Trenton, or are they from New Jersey? Where are they from?
So, I mean, the gallery is really open for any artist that, at this point, is either of a Latino heritage, or an artist that might influence the Latino culture.
Okay.
Meaning, I don't want to say we limit it to just Latinos, but if it's something that our community can learn from it or enjoy it, we want to be able to feature that too. Right now on the walls, we have art by artist Daniel de Jesus from Philadelphia.
Oh, from Philly, very nice.
From Philly, he is actually the education coordinator of a taller puertorriqueño in Philly.
Oh, love that place.
And he's an amazing artist. He's also a musician. So he has some beautiful paintings right now. We've done collective shows where we invite different artists. We pick a theme, like our opening weekend. The thing was Mis Raíces. And it was a challenge. We kind of challenged every artist to give us something that reflected the Latino roots in Trenton. Very specifically because we knew that weekend there's an event called Art All Day, which is sponsored by Artworks. And what it is they open up all the public and private studios in the city, which you'd be surprised. There's quite a few. And you take a self-guided tour through the city.
So this is the only Latino.
This is the only Latino in the region.
The only Latino. That's a big word. The only Latino. This is the home for us to come and share and share, not only share but educate our little ones, because they have through the generations they have lost their language, their native tongue. They have lost the sense of cultura and tradiciones, traditions and culture, and our history. We have somehow, somewhere, we just stopped sharing. And so this is the place that you created to do that, and I love it. I love it.
I like to say that Casa Cultura has multiple purposes, and I'd like to highlight three of them. One is very specific, is to be able to empower our Latino artists. And not only that, I mean, we like to talk about subjects of social justice a lot, and if we can tie the two together, the arts with the social justice, I think we accomplish a lot.
Nice.
The other one that we like to do is we like to be able to share our culture with other cultures.
Exactly.
So we have an African American community that visits us. We have the white community from the area that loves to come because it gives. They also have been yearning for that opportunity to learn about our culture.
Absolutely.
And it's something new to them too.
And it creates unity in the community.
It definitely does.
Because you start to learn from one another, and that fear of the unknown is less. And so you're more open to each other, and you're more open to each other's culture and each other's history. And hey, tell me about your food. Hey, what's that? And what kind of music are you listening to? And you might have something jíbaro, bomba, plena, whatever your taste is. Me, I love bomba. Sorry, I love jíbaro music.
I mean, we're very proud people, and we make sure that we represent our culture, to everyone, and we also want to present it in a very positive way.
Yes.
I think we suffer from unfortunately, when we live in urban environments, there's this negative image to minorities, but we take that as a challenge, and we like to prove people, hey, this is not, what you read is not what's real
that
there.
Image is not what it is.
We have I had to write something the other day saying I know more good people than I knew people who want to do evil, because there's way more better good people out there than there is bad. It's just that if we're somehow we're able to come together, and make it work.
That's why the world around us is more focused on the positive and on the productive. We prefer to see the good in people rather than the bad. We prefer to spotlight all the greatness in the community, anywhere. Doesn't matter if it's in New Jersey, in New York, in Philadelphia, wherever you are, we prefer to spotlight that. I know that DJ CL Smooth at WBNC Breaking Chains Radio, he does that every single day on every single segment that he has. He has tons of shows, tons of hosts that work with him. He has a big crew there, 75,000 listeners. And what he creates is unity because he doesn't see the color, the race, none of that. He wants unity, and I love having him part of this crew, because he helps me to bring that. The camera guy does the same thing. He's amazing in his photography. The things that he captures through his lens tells the story and the history of not only that person, but the environment within. So I love bringing positive people like yourself, like your wife, on the show, and I'm so glad that you accepted, because I was like, I hope he says yes.
I apologize getting back. As we're always running around, busy people doing busy things.
I know, and you're always very productive. What is next for you? What are you doing here? What after this art exhibit is done? Do you have another one in schedule?
So in the agenda for Casa Cultura, we have next month in July we have Mijo de la Palma, which is it's an acoustic band from Puerto Rico. They're coming on July 22nd. We're going to be doing that at the Conservatory Mansion.
Okay.
Just because we're able to host more people. July 23rd, the next day, we have another artist from Puerto Rico. Her name is Calma Carmona. Wow. She's going to be she's doing a free concert with the Live Amp and the Trenton Downtown Association. Nice. That's going to be behind the State House. It's a free launch. You bring your own chairs, everything out there.
Oh, nice.
I can tell you, we're probably booked all the way straight through till next year. Just yesterday, I was already here booking shows. In August, we have an artist from Mexico coming. He's actually a muralist. So he's doing the opening exhibit here and the reception. Then the next day, there's what they call the Jersey Fresh Jam, which is created by a muralist. It's an amazing show. So
nice.
They're having a featured artist named is Isaias Crow.
Okay.
So he's here in August. September we have Hispanic Heritage Month. I mean,
I'm sure you're
we can
booked
keep
for that.
going.
Yeah. And
then
tell me
Puerto
about
Rico,
that
we're going to
trip
Puerto Rico.
that you did. That trip that
Which
you
trip?
the trip that Janet and Alfredo just went to with you.
To Puerto Rico?
Yeah, to Puerto Rico.
That was the barbecue festival.
Yes, that was a big thing because you guys were talking about it for a very long time.
Yeah. Janet and Alfredo definitely they were able to come. Even Gabriel is going to be performing later. He was down there too. He's from Utuado. The Barbecues Festival is a festival I originated with my two best friends in Puerto Rico before I moved out here. So officially last month was my 10 years of moving to the United States.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was kind of it's a tough one to swallow, but
so you're here to stay.
Yeah, I got the family. I'm gonna make the best of it.
See, you're here to stay.
But,
and you brought the right roots, and you have them right here in this ground.
Yeah. But never forgetting Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is going through some rough times right now, and we are always advocating for what's going on in Puerto Rico. It's always staying on top of the political arena because it's very difficult what's happening right there right now with our people. The economy,
people running out
debt,
of Puerto Rico,
the health, everything. And it's worrisome. And because we have so many Puerto Ricans that are coming from the island, relocating over here, but a lot of those Puerto Ricans are professionals. Because they don't have ways to have a job in their field, so they're moving out here with the options, So, but that's worrisome too because it's called the brain drain. We're not leaving the professionals to actually work and be productive.
And the thing is that people think, oh well, coming from Puerto Rico is the easiest thing. You just come over and you get a job. No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Regardless how many degrees, regardless how big of a title you have, it's difficult. So you have to be prepared for whatever you come to do here. We are going to take a break, but in that break, we're going to give you a special taste of nuestra isla, Puerto Rico. We'll be right back.
Quisiera yo dedicarle ese caromba que canto aquí a mi tierrita querida, bella y hermosa.
My host Beatriz Caraballo, and right now I'm bringing you a little bit of Puerto Rico, la bella isla de Puerto Rico, with Melodias Borinqueñas.
Desde que nací, siempre mucho influye en mí esta bienvenida, tan buena acogida, marco en mí una huella. Hoy gracias a ella, qué hermosa es la vida. Hoy gracias a ella, qué hermosa es la vida. El tema primario en la vida es dar, sin nada esperar, siendo solidario, para el partidario de la raza unida, que ante la caída de otro ser humano, les tiende la mano. Ay, qué hermosa es la vida, les tiende la mano, qué hermosa es la vida. Juega, Gaby. Cuando en el camino he pisado abrojos, he aguantado enojos, porque eso es dañino. Sé que el Dios divino restaura mi herida, para el que Dios cuida, y por el sendero se da por entero. Ay, qué hermosa es la vida, se da por entero, qué hermosa es la vida. El nacer cantor fue sin duda alguna la mayor fortuna que me dio el Señor. Luego el Señor que en mi pecho anida, para hallar salida usa mi garganta. Y para el que canta, qué hermosa es la vida. Y para el que canta, qué hermosa es la vida. Eso.
Beautiful. We'll be right back. Enjoy the music by DJ CL Smooth. Welcome back to the world around us, and I'm your host Beatriz Caraballo, and I hope you enjoyed that first part. That first part took my heart, just to have the interview with Samuel Kanig, and to hear the music, to hear about his projects and what he's doing and what he wants to do. It's very inspirational to have someone so positive in the community coming from Puerto Rico, and wanting to share his cultura and his tradiciones with all of us here in the United States. Sometimes when we move from Puerto Rico here, we lose a little bit of our island. So I am so glad that Samuel and his wife Evie agreed to have this episode here taped live for you at their Galeria, Casa, Cultura in Trenton, New Jersey. And right now we have a special guest that we're going to give an interview to, and this guest touches my heart because he brings back memory of my daddy, of my father, being in the United States Army. He was born in 1891 in San Germán, Puerto Rico, and he served a long time. And the stories he would tell me and my sisters and my brothers, there's 15 of us and I'm the baby, so there was a lot of stories through the years, and it was an honor to hear all the things that he had gone through, all the pain that he had gone through, all the things that he saw, and that he witnessed. So I'm glad that I have a special guest with me today. Richard Rodriguez is a retired Master Sergeant in the United States Air Force. He works as high voltage electrician for the United States Air Force at McGuire Air Force Base. He is the Vice President of the Puerto Rican Civic Association, and he is a member of the Veterans Advisory Commission at Mercer County Community College. Welcome, Richard.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm so glad that you agreed to have the interview and agreed to share a history about your father. And I'm going to tell you, the 65th Infantry Regiment, nicknamed the Borinqueneers. That's what we're going to talk about, the Borinqueneers. From the original Taino name of the island, is a Puerto Rican regiment of the United States Army. The Army Appropriation Bill, created by an act of Congress on March 2nd, 1898, authorized the creation of the first troop from Puerto Rico. And on April 13, 2016, it was my pleasure to be a part of seeing them get the Congressional Gold Medal from the President Barack Obama here in the United States. How did that feel?
It was good. It was great. Way overdue.
Yes, way overdue.
It's just sad that a lot of the Borinqueneers weren't there to see it. Most of them are in their 80s, 90s.
Yes.
My father's 87. He's still alive, and it's just a part of history that, well, we're lucky to witness.
Because it had been kind of put away for a while. Nobody spoke about it. Nobody shared anything, any history. So I am glad to see it in public and see that the history is being shared and told, because a lot of our children don't know what that is.
Well, if you know the history about it, they were similar to the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yes.
Where they were biased, prejudiced. They tried to break their spirit by shaving their mustaches, taking their name, the Borinqueneers, off their jeeps. At times they would make them take off their shirts, separate the darker Puerto Ricans from the lighter Puerto Ricans, and just things like that. But they never broke their spirit.
And they were separated by colors as well.
Yes, they were.
Because my daddy said that they were separated by colors, and my daddy is you would think that he's Caucasian. His ancestors are from Spain, so he had the blue eyes, and he was very, very light skinned. So you would think that he's a Caucasian. And when he told me that story, I said, that can't happen in the Army. He said it did. They separated us by colors, by our skin color. So the Borinqueneers even went through that as well.
Yes, and what they were trying to do is break their spirit, but they just made them stronger.
Yeah, it did.
They proved it. They were proven. They were recognized by General Douglas MacArthur, by everyone. They proved everyone wrong.
Exactly.
They proved everyone wrong.
We have to take a break, and we'll be right back. Borinqueneers, 65th Infantry of the United States Army. And here is Richard Rodriguez. Tell me about your dad.
Well, my dad is, like I said, he's 87 years old. He's still alive. He's had his medical issues and things like that. But, trying to carry on his tradition, not just his, but of the entire 65th. It's part of our history, not just Puerto Rican or Latino history. It's part of American history.
Yes, it is.
Which is not taught in schools and stuff like that.
You don't find it in books. No.
Even in being in the military, you learn about military history and different branches, and it's never, in my experience, it's never been brought up about Borinqueneers. A few times, maybe Tuskegee Airmen, Borinqueneers, never. Right. So I was trying to share my father's history, Borinqueneers, and keep it going so everyone will know about what they sacrificed for our country.
That's right. Do you go to the events that they have?
I go to several of them. I'm starting to begin a group where I've done a couple of talks at local high schools. PowerPoint presentation. I went to a local college, and they honored my dad, but he couldn't come at the time because he had a surgery. So they presented him with a certificate, and I was there, and I accepted the certificate on his behalf. And whenever they ask me to be there, I'm there to tell my story, tell his story, and try to educate the community and our country on these brave men who sacrificed so much for so little.
Exactly. Because they weren't, for years they were just brushed underneath the rug. The history and what they went through was brushed underneath the rugs. And so now, it's been some time now that I've been hearing Borinqueneers. I know that in New York, I have a friend, Naomi Soule, and she even did a documentary about the Borinqueneers. Very beautifully done, very creative. The history, the stories from the soldiers, the pictures. I mean, she started so small, and now to have it's a whole series that she has of the Borinqueneers. It's amazing. So if you ever have a chance, try to find that series. Try to find the book. There's a book. There's history out there about the Borinqueneers. It's about Puerto Rico. It's about the troops that went out from Puerto Rico, but it's great history. It's great United States American history.
Exactly.
And so you should read about it, and you should know about it. Were you in for a long time in the United States Air Force?
I served 25 years.
Oh, a long time.
I did 10 years active and then 15 in the reserves. So I retired in 2004, and since then I've been trying to slowly but surely get a little program together to share the history of the Borinqueneers and my father's pictures. I have some memorabilia, and just trying to keep it moving.
Is there a group here in Trenton?
There's not one in here. That's what I'm in the process of.
Very nice.
But I have a good friend who I spoke to earlier in Florida. His name is Frank Medina.
Yes.
And Frank Medina is the chairman of the Borinqueneers Congressional Gold Medal Alliance, and he's helped me a lot with putting together PowerPoint presentations, which I do at schools. Still in the process, helping my father get his medal. And I don't know if you had your father's, but I can help you with that.
Absolutely.
And reach out to other people.
Absolutely.
Because even whether your father's alive or not, they still deserve that medal.
Absolutely.
And someone in the family should have that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Daddy died 102. Absolutely nothing wrong with him except that he was blind, and it was almost as if he wasn't, because he would get dressed in the morning with his suit with the hat to the side, and he would go catch that bus and go to his friend's house and comes back and have the coffee and the newspaper, and you would think he could see the newspaper, and then it was that he had my mom in the morning read it completely to him, and he memorized it. And that was something that he just learned how to do while in the Army, was memorize things. And my mom would sit there, and I didn't know why they did that every day, but every day she would read the newspaper to him, and I never really saw him react to anything. And then all of a sudden he would recite it page by page, what was happening in that newspaper. And it was something that he learned in the United States Army while being out there. Lord knows what was going on, because we can only imagine of the things that they went through. We can only imagine, but I'm sure that you have heard stories too.
But no matter where they went, like I was speaking to you off camera, like my dad told me over there, they had their guitars.
Yeah.
They managed to get rations from Puerto Rico somehow there. Even in today's age in Iraq, my wife's uncle was there 2 tours. They managed to get bacalao there, rice and beans. They bought in other units, and they had their music, and that's all they needed.
They brought Puerto Rico to them.
That's what kept them going.
Yes.
That's what kept them going.
Yeah, we always get connected just to something just to keep us alive, to keep us going. And so, hey, they found their way, which was there through food, probably through music, dominoes, and everything. Because my dad said the same thing, that the dominoes was the big thing over there. So I thank you, Richie, for coming and for sharing.
Thank you.
You will see more of the memorabilia shortly. We will put it on Periscope so you can see it. It's beautiful memorabilia and beautiful pictures of his father. And I thank everyone that have served the United States Army, Air Force, Navy, all of you guys. You have given your life for all of us. So we love you and we thank you. And I salute you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And we'll be right back. We're going to bring some more of My Isla to you. Welcome back to the world around us. And I'm your host, Beatriz Caraballo. And right now I'm bringing you a little bit of mi Puerto Rico to your community. And I hope you're enjoying it, because right now, Melodias Borinqueñas are back on stage. Enjoy.
Siendo escasamente un niño, me dio con improvisar y así pude comprobar qué significa el cariño. Hoy en mi décima tiño, lo que mi mirada baña, por doquiera me acompaña, en una improvisación recordando mi canción y el eco de la montaña, y el eco de la montaña. Marcho como un caminante en mi gira musical y el género decimal me ayuda a salir triunfante, brindándole al visitante el calor de mi cabaña, el dulce melón de caña que me da su entrada aquí con el cantar del coquí y el eco de la montaña, y el eco de la montaña. Cuando canto al extranjero, algún verso improvisado yo dejo por enterado que nuestro ambiente es primero, que mi pueblo es tan sincero, que no amarga y no le engaña a toda persona extraña, que se marcha de mi tierra como un recuerdo de la sierra, el eco de la montaña, el eco de la montaña. Cuando canto algo cristiano, me pongo de manifiesto y quiero llevar con esto a la goza del soberano y adoctrinar al hermano que veo que su vida daña, que por no creer se empaña. En Dios y la redención recordando mi canción y el eco de la montaña, el eco de la montaña. Yo me marcho hacia el campo, allí mire si me estampo de muchísimo calibre. libre, dejando que mi voz vibre ante toda mi cabaña, con mi palito de caña. Siempre me lo doy allí con el cantar del coquí y el eco de la montaña, y el eco de la montaña. ¡Échale, Gaby!
Was a beautiful, beautiful tribute to mi Puerto Rico, tu Puerto Rico, because I'm sharing it with you today. I hope you enjoyed every single segment of today as much as I did. It took me back to when I was little, you know, listening to mommy and daddy's stories, listening to the music, dancing with mommy in the sala, and drinking mi café con leche y mi pancito. Te estoy hablando en español, sí, pero you're going to understand me. Trust me, you will, because this culture is your culture. And you have to celebrate whatever your culture is today, tomorrow, anywhere you are. Always be proud of who you are in front of whoever there is. Be proud of being Puerto Rican, Black, Colombian, Cuban, whatever you are, be proud of it. Don't ever hide it. Don't ever put it under the rug. Don't ever say, well, I got to use smaller earrings because, you know, that's not the American way. Listen. And it's every time I go anywhere, on the radio, on TV, on my interviews, and the big earrings and the big chains, I'm Puerto Rican and proud of it. Everywhere I am. Yo soy puertorriqueña, ellos son puertorriqueños y yo te estoy trayendo a ti, mi Puerto Rico, para ti esta noche, este día, aquí en Trenton, New Jersey, en Casa Cultura con Samuel y Evie. Thank you guys for having us here. It's been just delighted. It's just been great. And thank you, Gus. And thank you, DJ CL Smooth, my daughter Crystal for doing Periscope. And today my son Jovan joins me for the very first time. So thank you. I love you. And we're going to leave you with a little bit of music from Melodias Borinqueñas.
Puerto Rico mío, ahora quiero a ti dedicarte mi típico cantillo, sin un estavío, con él me agiganto, mi voz yo levanto para ti cantarte, mi verso es llamarte Puerto Rico, isla del encanto, mi verso es llamarte isla del encanto. Tuve que servir un tiempo en la guerra, lejos de mi tierra, me tuve que ir. Al verme partir hubo pena y llanto, pero el Padre Santo me devolvió ileso. Gracias doy por eso, isla del encanto. Gracias doy por eso, isla del encanto. encanto. Yo te quiero tanto que jamás quisiera que alguien te ofendiera, isla del encanto. Que alguien te ofendiera, isla del encanto. Motivo por el cual yo vivo feliz y dichoso, vivo en ti orgulloso, y si hay un quebranto me tiendes tu manto.